The Sign of the Times, episode 394, from this undisclosed tree right across from a giant middle of nowhere field that's supposed to be a playground. It's called a playground. There's no playground at Crippen. Just a giant field with a bunch of large trees. That's not a playground, it's a giant field with a bunch of large trees surrounding it. I don't know who decided to make it a playground officially, but they must not be familiar with playgrounds. But the people that love the snaps. Picture of Team Badnies. Hopefully the amazing Maria received her picture that was sent. Hopefully it's on her refrigerator. Cameron Starr did receive a gift recently. She did. So did Miss Liz. She was very excited. Another member of Team Badnies, Casey Carlisle. You can get pictures of Casey Carlisle like this over at CaseyCarlisle.com. That's CaseyCarlisle.com, home for all your gift giving needs. Let's say you need to get some people some Oktoberfest gifts. You'd have to go to Paul Moonshine's table to get that, but you could get it. Let's say you need to get something for Halloween. Look at that. Look at that. Some of those available. Those if you're old enough. Some of those. Some of those if you're Amish. That's available at CaseyCarlisle.com. Look at that, you can get that. For that. Maybe this. Autographed pictures of Seymour Snot available when Seymour Snot appears at a show near you, I'm sure. He'd probably sell you a bunch of pictures if you wanted. Probably happy to do so. The Twitter where you can follow me, but not literally. Much like J.D. Mason does, or much like Aaron Bolo does. They both do. Both of them are proud alumni of Pinnacle Pro Wrestling years ago. Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube, which you might be watching right about now. Right about now, you're probably watching on the YouTube. CAC program. Romanian Festival pamphlet, because every show needs a pamphlet. Current book I'm reading, What is the Stanley Cup? By Gail Herman. This is what the Netflix series The Who Was Show is based upon. I've seen The Who Was Show multiple times each episode. I can't stop. I can't. We'll see how the book goes. So far it's not bad. Not bad. Lots of information on the Stanley Cup in there. Look at that. Look at that. You'll learn all about the Stanley Cup. You'll learn what it is. Look, there's Lester Patrick. A sketching of it. Look at that. It goes all the way back to the 20s. There's the Flyers even. Look at that. Lots of useful information I'll probably read. And Moonshiner shirt available wherever the Moonshiners appear. Except probably Paul, because he's joined the Freak Show. He has. He ditched his family, his own son, his nephew, his other son, probably his niece and his nephew, his other niece, his other sons. It's a large family. He's ditched them all to join the Freak Show. Whatever meat did to him months ago, he must have enjoyed it immensely. Immensely. Now, speaking of the Moonshiners, though, there's an entire month on Turnbuckle Turmoil coming up for the Moonshiners. In fact, I have these very books to send to Stompin Steve as payment for making the flyer for next month. Look at that. Look at that. Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron and Star Wars Jedi Search. Stompin Steve will probably be thrilled. He'll probably think back to an earlier time, say in, I don't know, the first part of May, as he reads these books. He probably will. What a series that was with the Reds at the Mobile Park at T last week. History being made. The Reds load the bases and score a run in the 9th inning of the second game and the first inning of the third game. I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of baseball before, but it did. It sure enough did. People getting their first home runs left and right. Crazy plays. an ejection in the last third of an inning of a game. It was a wild one. A wild one. But this week it's a busy week. On Sunday, on Turnbuckle Turmoil, we have Joshua Gatton. He's a referee in Indiana, works for several places, including New Era Wrestling in Shelbyville. He sure does. Also has a Facebook page called Recognize Your Worth that he's trying to bring positivity to people, apparently. He's got merchandise available from that. We'll discuss that. QT will probably ask him 8 and 53rd 100th questions about the price of tea in India. I don't know why they'll ask him, but that poor kid. That poor kid. Then I got a beeline up to Everett to watch Whack. I'm going to go watch Whack. It'll be Aubrey Edwards' final match with Whack. She's moving on to bigger, better things. She'll be on my television set on a weekly basis soon with AEW. She sure enough will be. But it's her final Whack appearance. I'm going to go watch that. Then maybe I'll watch the Clash of Champions pay-per-view. We'll see there. Maybe I will. Monday, I got to get to the post office. I got to mail these out to Stompin Steve so he can get to work on the Moonshine flyer. It'll be Moonshine month. Paul probably won't be Paul Moonshine much longer. He's going through an identity crisis like he's Tommy Celsius on crack. But JB Moonshine and Jameson and LB Moonshine, I guess they're still Moonshiners. Hopefully, probably by the time we get to that month, they'll all be changed. And the flyer will be null and void, and Stompin Steve will rip his hair out of his head while he reads this book saying, why couldn't they just follow the flyer? And I'll say, I don't know. You'll have to ask them, and he won't be able to call them because I don't think there's phones in the Appalachian Mountains. Then, I'm going to mail these over to Beast Barnett. Haribo Golden Bears. He loves them. Loves them. He moved to Lebanon. I thought the country, but apparently it's a town. I thought he was going to a war zone. I thought he was going to be killed in battle for sure. He is not, but I'll send these to him. Also got him some of the Haribo dinosaurs, because Mini Beast loves the dinosaurs. He sure enough does. Tuesday, pretty free. Wednesday, not much going on. Thursday, it's pretty open. Next Friday, on the Sign Guys Wrestling Show, we have our tribute to Buddy Wayne. The Memphis Buddy Wayne, for all you Pacific Northwest people thinking, oh, Buddy Wayne from here. No, Buddy Wayne from Memphis. Feuded with the Gilbert family. He and his son Ken against Tommy Gilbert and Eddie Gilbert. It was a huge feud in Memphis. He promoted there in the Memphis territory for a long time as well. One of the local promoters. We'll hopefully have some people on to discuss Buddy Wayne. So to review from this undisclosed tree across from what's described as a playground, but clearly is not. Clearly is not. There's no swings, there's no tennis court, there's no badminton court, there's no basketball hoops, nothing. Nothing like that. It's just a big empty field surrounded by tall trees. But yet someone claimed it was a playground. I'm not sure why they did. Sunday, on Turnbuckle, we have Joshua Gatton, referee out of the Midwest. And I'm going to beeline up to Everett and watch Whack. I haven't been to a Whack show before. The schedules hadn't meshed up, but now they do, so I'll go check it out. Monday, I'm going to send these to Beast. And those to Stompin Steve. Hopefully I don't get them reversed. I don't want Stompin Steve to eat all the Haribo bears. Well, Beast is trying to figure out why he's reading Star Wars books. So hopefully I get the addresses right. And don't switch things and be a disaster. Tuesday, pretty much looking free. Wednesday, not much going on. Thursday, pretty wide open. But Friday, our tribute to Buddy Wayne. Not that Buddy Wayne, Pacific Northwest watchers. The Buddy Wayne from Memphis. Great big guy. He was a big man. Father of Ken Wayne, the Nightmare. Well, we'll discuss he and his career on Friday. So, pretty much episode $394.